Hi, my name is Jordan Pilkington. I'm with Extraordinary Trainers. Today we are going to be reviewing some barefoot or minimalist style shoes. Now the barefoot movement has recently taken some heat, but we still believe that the minimalistic type of shoe can still have its place during training. Now we have four different shoes that we're going to be reviewing today. We have the classic Vibram 5-finger, the new Inov-8 Barefoot XF, and the As Nature Intended or Ani brand. And though it may not be considered a barefoot shoe, a very popular option that people are using is the Converse All-Star or Chuck Taylor shoe. Now there are 5 things that I consider when purchasing a shoe. First one's going to be comfort, then we want to look at the performance of the shoe. I do think style is important. Then we look at the price, and then how long the shoe is going to last, the durability. The first shoe we have up here is the original, the Vibram 5-finger. So the ones I have here are the trail running version. These are a few years old. I've been wearing them for a while. I've owned several pairs of Vibram 5-fingers. The trail running version have been my favorite, mostly because they've taken the wear and tear. Now, as for comfort, I find these to be extremely comfortable. I like to wear them even throughout the day, not just during training, just because I like to feel secure. They give you a lot of proprioception. All 3 points of your foot are on the ground. For performance, I really like them. They get you close to the ground. They feel secure. There's no heel rise or anything like that, so it puts your body in the natural position that it should be. But what you do suffer from when you use the Vibram 5-finger is the style. They're not exactly the most appealing shoe to look at. You'll get some looks when you're in the gym when you wear them. So I'd probably rate them down for that. Another problem that I have with the Vibram 5-finger is they are a bit pricey. These shoes are going to run you always over probably $100 up to $130, depending on the style that you choose. But I mean, you do get what you pay for. They do last a long time. They are pretty durable. I've had some issues with these and some ones in the past, but usually it's after I've beaten them up pretty bad. The next shoe we have up here is the Inov-8 Bare XF. Now I bought these shoes around 6 months ago. When I first purchased them, they came in and they had a broken Velcro strap. I sent them back, they sent me a new pair, and it was all fixed. I started using them in my training, mostly for my weightlifting, and I was a bit disappointed. Now, coming to the comfort issue, I really didn't feel comfortable in these shoes. I felt that I over-supinated in these shoes, which really isn't a good quality for a barefoot style shoe. Next, for the performance, I bought them because they have this super rubbery sole that's supposed to keep you really stable and sticky to the ground, and I found the complete opposite of that. I found that because of this sole, I slip and slide in the gym, and I mostly do squats and deadlifts in these, so it's not a good quality at all. As for the style, I mean, I don't find them that good looking of a shoe. I bought them for the performance, not for the style at all, so I don't think that's a quality that works in their favor. As for the price, they were a bit pricey too. I think I paid $115 for these, so I mean they weren't a cheap shoe. And then as for the durability, I've really been disappointed in that too. I have a little bit of ripping up here. I think it's on this one. The Velcro is starting to come off over here. It's coming unglued. It's not even stitched. It's just glued on there. So really, I wouldn't suggest these shoes. I don't think they were a good purchase. Now we come to the Ani brand, or the As Nature Intended. I'm not sure what it is yet. Now, I've been really, really happy with these shoes. Now, I bought white because that was the only color they had available in my size at the time. Looking back now, it probably wasn't the best color selection. But I really like these shoes. As soon as they came in, I put them on, and I noticed they were very, very, very comfortable. I feel very secure in them, but they also allow your toes to spread out in here. In the forefoot, which feels really great. They're a barefoot shoe. It may not look like it, but they are a barefoot shoe, so you feel really stable. As for the performance, I've really been happy with these shoes. These shoes have a 4mm sole, so you feel really close to the ground. To put that in perspective, the Converse are known for having a very small sole, and they have a 10mm sole, so less than half of that. You can actually kind of tell from the bottom here that my shoe print is actually in a barefoot style. Now, as for the actual style of the shoe, I'm very happy with them. They don't look anything like a barefoot shoe, even though they actually are. Obviously, this isn't the best color to go with for a gym shoe, but if you go on their website, you can see all the different colors, and I think they're a very stylish shoe. For the price, they are $75 and they ship for free, so I think it is a pretty good price. It's probably average for a shoe, but you definitely get a very good quality shoe for that. When they came in though, I was a little nervous because they didn't feel very durable. They felt kind of cheaply made, to be honest with you, but I have beat these things up and there is no torn stitching, there is no damage really done to them at all. And I have, as you can tell, I have worn these a lot, and I'm very hard on shoes, so the durability has been top notch. If I were to say anything negative about the shoes, it's just the way the laces are. It makes them kind of hard to get pretty snug on your feet, and I like a snug feel. But other than that, I am really happy with the shoes, and I would suggest them to anybody. Finally, we come to the Converse All-Star or Chuck Taylor shoe. Now, the reason I'm including these in there is because they're a very popular shoe around the gym. You see a lot of people using them, and they mostly use them for weightlifting purposes. When it comes to these, for comfort, I'm not a big fan, but I guess it does come down to personal preference. I don't find the Converse shoe to be that comfortable. I find that I shift around in them even when I lift them, or even when I lace them up pretty tight. When it comes to the performance, they're good for certain things, not good for other things. They are a pretty flat shoe. You do feel pretty close to the ground, pretty stable on the ground. But I wouldn't use these shoes for anything other than weightlifting, really. They don't really offer any other benefit. For style, that is personal preference, but I do find them pretty stylish. You can find some cool colors and cool designs for some Converse shoes. The best thing they have going for them, though, is the price. They're a very cheap shoe. You can get, you can run through a lot of them because, it's not that expensive to replace them, and they are very durable. You can beat these shoes up, and they'll still serve the same purpose they did when they were brand new. So, coming to an end here, how I would rank these shoes, I love the As Nature Intended shoe. I am always a big fan of Vibrams. If you don't care about style, the Vibrams are a pretty good shoe. I would not suggest going with the Inov-8 Bear XF. And if you don't really care about going with a performance style shoe, a Converse is a great alternative as well.